Okay, good morning to everyone. In the previous class, we were discussing about the difference between the BOD and COD and what are the limitations. The limitations of BOD is it only considers the biodegradable part. Um, Sometimes some portion of the inorganic matter also it will consider, but it is very less. You can say it is less than 1%. If the inorganic matter has to be degraded or it has to be decomposed, so it will take some time, more than 20-30 days it will take to decompose with the help of that specific bacteria. It is not only the common bacteria. So we have sulfur bacteria and iron bacteria are available, which are responsible for the conversion of this the inorganic particles. If I say the inorganic means it is free from carbon. So let's look at how exactly this is going to happen. So then during this process, the inorganic oxidation may also occur. This word is very important. It may also occur. Means that I am not sure that sometimes it is going to happen and sometimes it may not happen. So if that is the case, um, then we have to go with the sulfur bacteria and iron bacteria. So when the sulfur or it is containing some of the compounds, when it is going to oxidize, means oxygen means it is oxidation process. So which is going to convert SO4 or the iron bacteria which is there, when it is going to mix with the oxygen or the oxidation process, it will form the ferric oxide. Maybe it is corrosive in nature, corrosive in nature. So means if you see the iron, for example, any steel rod, if you kept it in the atmosphere, normally the oxidation process will proceed first. Once the oxidation process, how it is happening means it is due to the iron bacteria. And some of the sulfur containing bacteria is also responsible for converting this. And later, this is also inorganic. You can see it is free from carbon. For example, if you take any dead plant, if you are throwing in the atmosphere, if you say for the long time, normally it will start decomposing. Once it start decomposing, you can feel some of the smell, like pungent smell from that dead plant. So that is nothing but the ammonia smell. So when it is going to oxidize, then it will form the HNO3. It is not the nitric acid. HNO3 is nothing but it is a nitric acid, but it is not that much concentrated what we are talking about. It is in the dilute form, but it is going to form the nitric acid. These are all the things are going to happen even during the oxidation process what we are taking about in BOD. So that is why what I said is that in BOD the even if it is 20 days, even it is 20 days, we can see that 95 to 98% only. That 2% it is always considered with the inorganic matter. But that is also is going to degrade or that is going to oxidize. But it may take its own time to oxidize. So if you want to oxidize this, whatever the sulfur containing organic matter or the nitrogen containing organic matter, so the main importance has to be given or it has to be done in the COD test. COD, you can convert all these parameters with the help of the strong oxidizing agent within 2 hours. But here, minimum 20 days is required. That is one disadvantage. So now I already told that the carbonaceous BOD and the nitrogenous BOD. So carbonaceous BOD, as I already say that this is the what you are seeing here. This curve, this is the carbonaceous BOD curve. So as the time permits, for example, you can see at exactly around 10 days of the reaction. I already said it is 20 days. You can see that almost it is going to means uh, parallel, or it is going to make constant after this 10 days. Means from 0 to 10 days, it is an exponential growth or exponential degradation. This curve stands for, see, at the initial stage, a lot of organic matter it will be there, and slowly the bacteria is going to multiply. Even the BOD value will also go on increasing at up to 10th days. So once all the organic matter is over, then the whatever the bacteria will be there, it will start eating one another. So whenever the scarcity of the food or the organic matter is available, or when it is unavailable, then normally at this point you can call it as a starvation point. So from this point the bacteria will start dying, and the organic matter also go on decreasing. That is why the BOD value also go on become a constant. So what I said is that 60 to 70% uh, is going to be degraded by the bacteria uh, within these around 5 to 6 days exactly. Can call it, it is here only. So means first the bacteria are going to eat the carbon containing compounds. Then it will go with the second stage BOD, that is called nitrogenous BOD. First it will eat the carbonaceous matter, and the second stage it is going to eat the nitrogenous matter. So this portion we can call it as the first stage BOD, and this one we can call it as second stage BOD. So always second stage BOD, you can see that later after 10 to maybe it is up to some 20 days. You can see if you draw a curve from here, it is 20 days. So then after this it will be constant. You can see the curve, it is like a constant. So up to till this position you can call it as 95 to 98%. Then after that, what I said is after this 20 days, it is like inorganic matter which is going to degrade by the specific bacteria. It is not the common bacteria. So then you have in conclusively, what we can say that the BOD, it consists of two stages. That is the first stage BOD and the second stage BOD. The first stage it is related to the carbonaceous BOD. The second stage, which is related to the nitrogenous BOD. That I have given one example by taking the apple and the rice. If I keep the apple and the rice, first we will prefer the apple than the rice. That is why first it is going to eat the carbonaceous organic matter. The second stage it is going to eat the nitrogenous organic matter. So then here this curve represents uh, other than that the carbonaceous and this the nitrogenous BOD, two terminologies are used, or frequently we'll use it. One is BOD exerted, and one more is BOD remaining. These two we have to understand properly. So here it why whatever we are talking about, it is the BOD exerted. This is nothing but exerted, and L always stands for remaining. Means what will happen is that you can take one example. This is Y and L. As the time progresses, you can see this is on the x-axis, it will be the time. and the y-axis it is the BOD. Either it is exerted or it is remaining. See, as the time progresses, you can see that there will be increase in the BOD value. This is nothing but BOD exerted. Then this stands for, this line it stands for BOD remaining as the time progresses. This is the line stands for the BOD exerted, and this line stands for BOD remaining. Means that assume that as the river is there flowing in this direction, this direction. So at the initial point, your sewage is coming and it is entering at this point. At this point, so it is flowing like this. At the first point, it is the sewage is coming, and in the sewage of the whichever the BOD value, when it is entering, assume that it is 300 milligram per liter. So then when it enters at the first point, it will be 300 milligram per liter. So when this wastewater, when it will start flowing or when it will moving towards the downstream, so what will happen is that it will go on, the value of this BOD will go on decreasing. Why? Because first thing is that the dilution is happening, that is the first one, and the whatever the organic matter it will be there, it is going to mix with uh, the water. Once this organic matter is going to mix with the water, the dilution is going to happen. Once the dilution is going to happen, automatically the BOD value is go on decreasing. So as the time progresses, even the bacteria whichever are there, it is going to eat by the microbes. Then automatically the BOD value go on decreasing. So this is nothing but the BOD remaining as it time progresses. Suppose if you take in a pond, suppose if I uh, uh, entering some of the sewage, so there will not be any inflowing. So as the time progresses, in the pond there is a stagnant water, the BOD value will go on increasing as the time progresses. Why? Because it is stagnant water and there will not be any incoming water which is going to make the dilution. In this pond water, when no inflow will be there or outflow will be there, that time the organic matter, whatever it will be there, it will go on decreasing and the BOD value go on increasing. So then this will be your BOD remaining or BOD exerted. So always BOD exerted is Y, which is always go on increasing. Then the BOD remaining is always go on decreasing. Don't confuse with these two words. So then we have one more notation called the ultimate BOD. This ultimate BOD we will discuss in the next class.